I was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built me forever unite, and that's the deal. I was born to ride. Down in Tampa to Miami, Daytona, Tallahassee, from the East Coast to the West Side, here in Florida, we were born to ride. I was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite, and that's the deal. I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is sponsored in part by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL, representing riders since 1988. Offices throughout Florida, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
magazine. It's the TV show. It's the radio shows you guys do. It's all the social media. It's really a way to get the biker community together. And that's really important, especially now, everything that's going on in the world, this crazy virus that we're all dealing with. It's a way for us to stay close and stay in with each other. And so that's for one thing. It's all about being
Hello, Dave. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. We kind of lost you there.
You went
for a
underwater.
moment.
Yeah.
So taking the helmet letter from the editor, let's back up just a little bit. It starts with a good cover. So we have dynamic images for the cover, like you said, nice motorcycle, patriotic theme, and a nice cover model, Heaven Fields. And so it sets the tone, wouldn't you say, for the issue itself?
Absolutely it does, because it's all about riding motorcycles, and it's all about, the whole lifestyle. This is a lifestyle magazine. It's not just about the nuts and bolts of a bike. It's all about why we do what we do, and that's why there are so many different new columns and articles that people are going to start seeing appear in Born to Ride that really opens up the magazine. Nobody does the South better than Born to Ride. You guys have Florida, Georgia, North and South Carolina. You've got Alabama, Tennessee, right? You guys are all over the place. And that's the vast majority of motorcycle riders that are registered motorcycle riders in this country. It's a big, important part of America. And so what we're doing now is we're just expanding that. We're just having the same exact care and attention and love, really, that we put into Born to Ride. We're going to slowly start expanding that out to other places and to other riders, because it's all one big family, Yeah,
and we've been pushing also into Kentucky, Missouri, Louisiana, down to the Bayou area, that part of Florida, southeast as well. And so yeah, we're creeping, man. Texas is coming, Ohio is coming, and a lot of growth is happening, and some things are already stirring up in California and the northeast as well, New York City and Connecticut. There's a lot of open ground out there, man. And so, yeah, the cover, letter from the editor. Where are you steering the ship, Dave? Because you got the helm, man. Tell me what's up with that.
Well, I'll tell you some of the things that you'll notice right away in this current issue is we're starting to do things, we're reaching out to people who they deserve to be biker legends.
Ruh-roh.
You moving around, Dave?
No, I'm sitting right here, but
There could be an airplane
Yeah.
flying over right now, blocking the waves there.
Dadgum cell phones.
I
Grab the
know it.
landline.
We might have to cut bait and have you call back in.
You there?
Do this. Is this better?
That appears to be better, yeah.
We'll try that.
No, that's not better. No.
Cut bait. Cut bait or fish.
Okay, give us a call back, Dave. Okay.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay.
We'll answer.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a Tico truck out there. Maybe that's the problem. So hopefully they get that fixed, and we'll get Dave back on the line.
Tico is the lights to your building, not the cell phone.
What is it then?
Oh,
It's the
Electric.
the cell towers.
I know, but Tico's
AT&T.
Tico's working on some lines. I just saw them digging it up. So
It would be
whatever it is.
GTE.
There we go.
Hey, Dave.
Okay. He
I'm
paid his
back.
bill. He paid his bill and came back.
Okay.
So Dave, we were talking about biker legends.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so what that means, folks, is it's not just someone who's in their 80s and you think, oh, gee, they're a biker legend. They've been doing this their whole life. To prove to you that anyone really can fit in that category, our first biker legend in this issue is Jody Pirowitz, and she is young and gorgeous and amazing, and is the fastest woman on two wheels. Her dad's Dave Perowitz, the father of Flames. And so our first biker legend is Jody, and she talks about some of the interesting things that she's doing and all the racing that she does and all of the different, she holds so many different records. It is just amazing for someone who's as young as she is. And then in the next issue, just to show you a dichotomy, we got Pete Hill, who is one of the long-term racers in this country that everyone loves and respects. Pete Hill.
Top
and so
fuel.
it can be anybody and everybody, you know. It's like that's part of it, is biker legends. And then we're also talking about doing a new thing called biker history that kind of tells people why we ride and where we're from and how this all came to be, this crazy ride that we're all on together. You know, so
let's go back to the biker legends, because to have Jody as our first one. I mean, it's a woman, so we're diversifying. You know, it's not just about the dudes, the men. It was a great choice because she's so dynamic. People, I mean, that's what this is about. The dynamics of this woman who happens to be a biker, a rider. Yeah, her dad's Dave Perowitz, but she's on her own, man. We interviewed her on the Cannonball run, and that's a big run that they do. But she's a racer. I mean, she's got a lot of credibility in the industry, too, doesn't she, Dave?
She does. You know, she's a spokesperson for Indian Motorcycles now. She's in the Cannonball, as you mentioned. She's in the Sons of Speed races that Billy Lane puts on every year at Daytona. And she tells a great story in this issue about a near miss that she had in, I think, 2018 is when that happened. And, you know, she does her own wrenching. She can paint. She's amazing. And so she's a great all-around, loves motorcycles, loves the lifestyle, and couldn't be a nicer person to be our first biker legend.
Yeah, and it's also inspiring. It's not just, oh, yeah, they were a good person, R.I.P., God bless. No, she's a live, living legend, and that's important, too, that people know that. So you have a good article, good content, and then there's imagery, let alone a great layout, but you have to have images, and we're honored, again, that we brought in another specialist through you, Dave, that you made a call to somebody named Michael Lichter. I mean, a legendary photographer in motorcycling, lifestyle, probably one of the greatest photographers around.
He really is. He's been working with me at Easy Riders for many, many years, and anytime we would shoot a major event, Sturgis, Daytona, Laconia, Mike Lichter, it was his photography that brought that to life, as well as shoot, I can't tell you how many hundreds of motorcycles he's shot for Easy Riders magazine when I was at the helm of that publication. So Mike is on board with us. You're going to be seeing a lot more of his work in the future, and that's not a small thing, you know.
No, that's an amazing accomplishment. I've seen Michael work in the field, like at a Tropical Tattoo. He's his show, Tropical Willie, the old school chopper show, and to see Michael work and work and work and never, I mean, he never stops. He's got knee pads, elbow pads. He's got an assistant sometimes carrying other cameras. He's got 3 cameras. I mean, it's inspiring to see someone who grinds it out, man. And, you know, it just makes me go, damn, man, I got to work even harder because this guy's in the building or this guy's on property. And, you know, to even get his attention is not going to happen when he's working.
Yeah, he is amazing. He would go all day, all night, shooting a big event like Sturgis or Daytona, come into the house that we'd be staying at, 2 in the morning, and get right back up again at 6 and go out there and do it all over again all week. That's Mike Lichter.
Yeah, it's great to be around people like that, and that's what you're bringing to the table, Dave, is connections of people and relationships. It's so important. How important has relationships been to you? Hold that thought. How important has relationships been to you to get to where you're at? And that's a life lesson, not just motorcycles. So we want to hear some success theories from Dave Nichols when we return.
All right.
Stand by.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 1, get an attorney. When you or a loved one have been injured by another's negligence, an experienced attorney can make a huge difference. At Rubenstein Law, we will find all of the insurance, make sure your injuries are documented, and work to get you the best result. While each case is different, a well-known insurance company's own study showed people with a lawyer on average got more money. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
This is Boss Hogg Radio, home of Born to Ride Radio. You can join the motorcycle enthusiast conversation by calling 863-225-2000.
Welcome back to Born to Ride Radio, and we're live here in the studio. I'm Fester Jenkins.
I'm Mama Dukes, and we have Ron and Debbie Galletti in the studio with us, and we have Dave Nichols online.
Dave, you there?
You got him?
Yeah, he should be there. Dave, are you still there?
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Hello, Dave.
I think we lost him.
Hello, Dave. Dave.
You know,
he probably had to take a phone call for one of these big companies coming in trying to get on board again.
While we search for
Well,
him,
we don't have to tell Ron just how busy being editor-in-chief is. You know what I mean? So,
well,
now, while we're waiting on Dave to get back, I mean, I can hear in your voice you're excited with Dave coming on board. But what is that going to mean to you and with where you're going with Born to Ride?
Well, it's, sometimes when people been doing something for 25 years, they think that they know it all. They think that they can't learn anymore. They think they got it down. But you know what?
Why is he looking at me?
I'm the kind of person that, like we gain knowledge from you guys. I mean, we gain knowledge from everybody. So to have winners win, man, leaders lead. And we don't want to. We want to soar with eagles so we don't have to deal with turkeys. And that's where we're at, soaring with eagles. That's why we're here tonight, too. Soaring with eagles, Boss Hogg Radio. That's what it's about, man.
Well, that's an awesome compliment.
Yeah,
we
man.
certainly appreciate it.
Well,
I think we've got Dave back here. Let's see if, Dave, are you there?
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Here. Can you hear me? Okay.
All
We're
right.
back.
Check
Okay.
one, check two.
All right.
Hey, Dave, man.
So-
Good to hear you again. So, yeah, we were talking about the relationship building over the years. That's bona fide reality of creating relationships. And, we don't last in business without giving value back to others. And give us a little bit on that, man.
Yeah, that's a big deal because in the motorcycle industry, it's really a small little industry and everybody knows everybody. And if you're not about something, you don't stay in this business very long. And that's why I love being with Born to Ride because you guys have been doing this 25 years and you don't do that unless you're about something, You have to be a real, genuine human being, and that's what people respond to. Here's a true story. We had a fella show up out of the blue, just walked into the office one day, and he had a big crate under his arm, and he said, "Do you mind if I show you this new product?" I said, "No, wait a minute. Let me get everybody in here." So we had all the writers and the editors and the photographers, all the people at Easy Riders all came into the room and said, "Okay, man, let's see what you got." And he brought this thing out of the box, and it was the first 6-speed transmission for a Harley-Davidson.
Ooh.
And that man was Burt Baker.
Oh,
And he
Baker
said-
Baker transmission. Yep.
And he said, I have been to every motorcycle magazine, and no one would see me but you guys. And I just walked in unannounced. You guys invited me in. And he said, I won't name the magazine, but there was another very famous magazine at the time that told him they'd be happy to look at it if he would advertise. And I told him the exact opposite. I go, look, our readers want to see the coolest, latest thing, and we'll put that in the magazine whether you ever advertise or not, because we want to see what you got.
Well,
And
that just
you know
sounds
what?
like someone that's got just too much full of themselves there, that other magazine we're talking about.
Yep. And our whole point of view was that we're all in this together, and we all go up, we all go down together. And so Bert remembered that kindness, and he advertised every month in that magazine for a very long time, friends, and that's how it's done.
Well, Dave, that's a great philosophy, and it's a philosophy that we believe in as well. But that's the philosophy that I want to maintain, and I love that Ed, you're already doing that kind of stuff. I mean, we've talked to so many new companies that we have things in the pipeline to feature and focus on and write up and review. And, you know, just get inside what motorcycling is really about. It's riding motorcycles, the people who ride motorcycles, and the whole lifestyle. But, you know, that's a great philosophy to have. So we're excited about that, man. And
Well, absolutely. And, you know, Ron, I don't know if you know this or not, but there are very big people in the motorcycle industry that know exactly who you and Deb are, that maybe they've never advertised, but I'm talking big companies that I'll call up people that I know, and they'll say, Born to Ride, yeah, I know them. You know, it's not like, oh, I never heard of them. Who are they? It's like, you don't get that, because you guys have been interviewing people for your TV show for 25 years.
yeah.
And that's put a big dent in people knowing what Born to Ride is.
Yeah, and you know, Dave,
that's
some of
good.
those guys we interviewed when they were like just on the chain of command, not up where they're at now. They might have been starting out loading trucks, and we interviewed them because we'll talk to anybody with companies that have merit, or just that we think we want to talk to. But yeah, a lot of those guys, I remember we talked to them, and they go, man, now you talked to me, and now I'm a CEO. That's why I'm calling you, because we appreciate what you did.
Right.
So looking into this magazine, Dave, steering the helm, guiding the ship, what you're doing, you brought in biker history. I mean, I want to talk about how important that is, but I don't think I ever had Lee Marvin in my magazine, Chino from the Wild One, and then you turn the page, and there's an awesome photo of Marlon Brando from the Wild One. I mean, it doesn't get more reality of biking world of those images. The first time you saw those movies, it's in Born to Ride, man, and that's really cool. Biker history, how important is that to educate people about biker history?
Well, it really is, because, you know, there's a whole generation that doesn't know how Hollister got started, that they don't know how the term 1%er came about. They don't know the difference between a bobber and a chopper. You know, it's like we got to school these youngsters and take them by the hand and say, this is why we do what we do and why we love two wheels so much. And that's part of our job, you know. It's we show the younger generation what we're about, and we also remind all of us that are our age, you know, that piece you're talking about in the July issue, who doesn't like to look at a nice, beautiful motorcycle? You know, we all do. And so we've got pages and pages of these great pictures by Kim Peterson, who was the editor of In the Wind magazine, great black and white pictures of different kinds of bikes and how they evolved from stock to be choppers, you know?
Yeah, man, it's really good, because content, they say, is king, but editorial with content is the whole deal. And you talked about beautiful motorcycles. Now we created the Reader's Ride, where there's a beautiful model on a rigid sporty, and Mallory Griffiths, and you know, we're talking about the Rooster's Rod Shop being cool ain't cheap, you know, and rigid sporty. I mean, you dialed these guys in, got the story from them, but it's really cool that we can have a nice feature like that as well.
Beautiful photography, beautiful girl, awesome motorcycle. And what more do you want in a bike magazine? So we're going to be doing that every month. We're going to have a reader's ride. If you've got a motorcycle and you think, man, my bike could be in a magazine, we want to see it. So we want you to email us some pictures of your bike. You can send it to editor@borntoride.com. I'll get them personally. And what I'm going to need from you folks is good quality photos of your bike, 300 DPI. We'll do the rest. I'll call you up on the phone. I'll interview you, and we'll have a nice feature of your bike in Born to Ride. That's how it's done.
Yeah, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag or nothing, and we don't want to say who, but next issue it's going to be another dynamic young. It's going to be another dynamic young bike builder that's very dynamic as well. So you got that going, and then there's another story coming, which we're not going to say what it is, but it talks about a lot of different motorcycle companies that have been around. And I'm really looking forward to that one. That's a great idea. It's really tells us where we've been and where we're going as well.
It really is amazing when you see that and you realize how many different companies there have been in this country that were motorcycle companies. And yes, you're right about the Reader's Ride. I spoke to that gentleman today, and I'm going to be interviewing him tomorrow. And all I need. Some nice photography of that bike.
Eric Runyon, it was his idea to reach out to this guy, and we've worked with him in the past. And I tell you what, this kid is a superstar. And again, Born to Ride is delivering the stars of tomorrow today. And we got a lot of things like that coming up, don't we, Dave?
Absolutely. And, folks, it's all about you. So if there's something you'd like to see in Born to Ride, just shoot me an email, editor@borntoride.com, and let's talk about it. We're open. We're open for business.
Absolutely.
He's open.
Now, we've been pumping up this July issue.
Yes.
Where can these listeners get their hands on one of these?
Couple ways.
Well, I mean, they're in every motorcycle shop in the state and bike or event places, which aren't a lot right now. But
you're right.
Usually it's the bar and restaurants. So there's a lot in the restaurants, the bars, not so many. But probably the best thing, because this radio station, I mean, we just had a caller from Australia and emails coming in from all over the place. Istanbul, Turkey, right there, man. Look at this, and that's Cleveland, Ohio, New York City, where the Yankees are playing tonight. Baseball,
Thank God.
Play ball. So yeah. I mean, I would go to borntoride.com, get it on Facebook, wherever you go in our levels of media, you can hook up to the magazine. But go to borntoride.com, click magazines, and you can see the Southeast,
the digital version.
Yeah, the digital version from the Southeast or the Florida version, and they both have two cool different covers, different content. So that's going to be a great place to see it.
But if you're old school and you're here in Florida, just go by a bike shop, right?
Yeah, any Harley shop.
Or you can get a subscription right to your home, $39.95 a year. Yes.
What, Deb? Say that again.
Well,
say that again.
There's a subscription option available for $39.95 a year, mailed directly to your home.
And that's pretty magical when you can get
delivered.
Yeah,
delivered to your door by a brown shoe square in the dead of night.
And think about that. How can you get a free magazine to pay? So for people to pay for a subscription, and we probably have over 200 people that subscribe every month to it. So it is magical, but people anticipate it. They want it because they know they're going to get something of value in it. And we're going to keep that tradition going. But now with Dave Nichols at the helm, riding that ship, it's going to be even more powerful, man. Wow.
One of our big...
I'll tell you, I don't know if you do this, but I really think this would be a great idea, is yes, you can subscribe. So if you live in some other state and you don't get Born to Ride at your local bike shop, you should be able to go online and subscribe to it on the website, and you should be able to go and get a single copy. What's your appetite, Go on there and get that July issue for how, just make up a number there, Ron. $10? No, that's too much. But just get the single issue too.
Right, without the subscription, they can do that as well.
Well,
Yes, sir.
Mostly really cover the cost, about $15. No. Costs about $5, $3, whatever.
Our subscription base,
We'll take donations.
They're snowbirds. So when they leave the state of Florida, they miss their magazine, so they're subscription based. And then from the southeast, our other market, when they leave and travel south, north, whichever, that's why they want to have it there with them at their home. The other good basis of our subscription base are prisons.
We do ship a lot to prisons.
We ship a lot of magazines to prisons.
And this is why Boss Hogg and Burn to Ride fits together so well.
Yes.
But how cool is that, Dave? When you know a guy's getting it inside and they're sharing it and using it for collateral,
Well,
that's pretty powerful.
that.
Because I've had
I got
guys that have
something
gone
for you.
out and come right up to me and say, "Man, you don't know how your magazine got me through some hard times." And that's why we do it. We don't charge prisons. We give them to them, because they'll get out one day and they'll remember that.
Well, and
but,
they,
it's just
and they
cool.
do read. It's a readable magazine. So
Well, and they love the pictures, and they're hot babes in there sometimes. And but it's really cool when someone does say, "Man, dude, you don't know how many people knew Born to Ride in prison, or in jail rather." But sometimes people go through hard times, man. But it's not where you've been; it's where you're going. So, hopefully anybody who's been in prison gets out and they stay out, but they remember that they got the Born to Ride in prison and they become a Born to Ride soldier in the field and
right.
represent 100%, man, because that's why we do it. It's karma. You give, you get. It's like respect. You have to give it to get it. And, man, that's what we're all about, Dave. And,
yes, it is.
Man, it's just exciting, what's going on. And, we really appreciate what you've been doing, setting up these meetings and go to meetings and Skype stuff and, just everything we've been doing, talking to people. And,
Yeah.
Zoom.
Hollister, California. I know you mentioned that earlier. And then, without saying a lot, there's a big guy in Hollister, California, we're talking to about something really cool. Can you say anything about that?
Yeah, I could tell. I just want folks to just imagine this. I want you to imagine in a few months from now, when all this stuff is over and you can get out, and you can go places and you can go to bike events again, runs and rallies, that opens up more and more again in the future. Throw your leg over that scooter and go to a rally. What if you could go to a rally and there's this big cool tent, and maybe it says something neat on that tent like Born to Ride. And you go in there, and not only is there great food and great drink and beautiful girls, but there's great live music. You can buy a Born to Ride T-shirt. You can even get your oil changed in 10 minutes. Wouldn't that be a cool thing to do? Well, maybe we'll do that.
Maybe shoot a little pool while we're there. Throw a few darts.
Have the bikes in there, bike shows, and Are you talking about like an entertainment company? Is that what you're referring to?
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
On the road, on the road show.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, there's never been a better time for this, because I'll tell you what's going to happen is, as soon as this whole thing blows over, bikers are going to want to ride. They're going to want to get out there and party, and we are just the guys to help them with that. So, I don't know if everybody knows this, but it was just announced this week that the world-famous Easy Riders rodeos are no more.
Yes, I did hear that.
There are no more. So we need to give these folks something fun to do, and Born to Ride is just the place to be for that. Mm-hmm. So we've got a lot of great ideas. We're just waiting for this this virus to run its course, and then look out.
Yeah,
I know I'm itching.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that big meeting in Las Vegas in a few months, and some really cool stuff that we have planned. But that's what we have to do. We have to move forward. We have to take the next step. We have to just you got to keep the ship going, Dave. You we're throwing the coal in. I'm bailing it in there. I'm shoveling it in, man. Just keep steering us into the right direction.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, I mean, look, there were wonderful custom bike shows we used to do, and these motorcycle rodeos were terrific. They're all gone bye-bye, and it's like there's a big opportunity here for us to really take the reins and go with it. So,
and the music alone,
yeah,
the music alone at the motorcycle events, music brings people together, and it's just that's the void right now is the music. It's just such a big part of motorcycle riding and destination riding.
Think about these bands, man. They're hurting.
Yeah,
these guys work every night and make money, and now they can't even play live, and it's affecting a lot of people.
It really is, but we will get through this, everybody.
We will.
We will get through this,
Cover your cough, wash your hands, and we'll get there.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you can read Born to Ride magazine. You can watch the TV show. You can listen to us on the radio. We're here for you.
That's right.
Absolutely.
We'll keep your days going and your life and your heart full.
Well, we certainly appreciate you calling in this evening, Dave, and giving us an update. And again, want to congratulate you on Editor-in-Chief, Born to Ride magazine.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Fester. I appreciate it.
And he has this new email address, editor@borntoride.com. Hit him up. Start hitting him up.
That happened.
Throw that email up.
I never saw someone get so giddy about an email. Oh my gosh, I got my email in school.
Hey, you gotta have people be able to contact you.
Well,
so
yeah,
this is good.
That's real good, and people have been wanting to contact you because they do. You have been an icon in the industry for many years, so we're glad to have you on board.
Well, yeah, man.
Well, thank you.
And it was really cool breaking it down, letting the listeners kind of get in touch with what an editor, breaking it down as far as the vision, the content, how it's diversified, and where it's going. So breaking it down, the letter from the editor is really cool for me because I always felt that. Man, I just did this magazine. My letter from the editors, what I just produced, I don't have time to even write that. So, again, it added another dimension, and it helps with the vision of where Born to Ride is actually going. Breaking it down was a good thing. We want to continue this, Dave. We want to continue having you on and talking to philosophy because there's never enough time in 1 hour. And, the philosophy of motorcycling, the lifestyle we live. You have some stories we keep wanting to share and, the relationships and bringing on guests and telling those stories. So I think it's so important that we have the knowledge that you bring to the table and those great stories as well.
Well, thanks, Ron. I appreciate it. And, yeah, we've got lots more to tell, folks. So keep listening here at lovely Boss Hogg Radio. And
yes.
telling you these great stories.
And is Jack Sparrow in the room? I heard he was there with you tonight. Can you put him on for a minute just to say hello to us?
Hang on. Yeah, Jack, could you put the rum down? Hang on, guys. Put the rum down. No, I know. God, I got to wrestle this away from him. I cannot believe this. Give me that. Just give me that.
Jack has a squeaky chair.
Come over here.
I'm sorry. All right, I had to have a little rum before I can be on the radio.
Oh, okay. Well, look, Jack, you're on with Fester Jenkins and Mama Dukes and Ron and Deb from Born to Ride. Have you heard about Born to Ride?
No, I seriously haven't. But I would love to. I'd love to ride something. I know that for a fact.
Well, you're kind of useless, though, really.
See if he can cut a quick promo.
Give me the rum back. Just give me the rum back. Everything will be fine. Hey.
Have him cut a promo for the radio show on Born to Ride. On Boss Hogg Radio.
Yeah. That's right. Remember to listen to Boss Hogg Radio, or else I shall come to your house and drink everything you've got.
Okay.
That's awesome. Man. Thanks, Jack.
Appreciate it, Jack. Yes, sirree.
So you got your hands full, Dave, with him tonight.
I know, because the guy comes in here, he can't. Wait a minute. Could you just? Here's your rum. Go sit down in the chair.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. There you go.
Jeez. Well, hopefully you guys go over that script you were telling me about with the movie that'll probably be out in a year or two. But we're going to be happy to be a part of that as well.
Very good.
All right.
Yeah, we've got lots going on, folks.
Heck yeah, I'm excited.
All right, guys.
Well,
That's
thanks
good.
again, Dave.
Appreciate it,
Oh,
Dave.
you bet.
All right, bye, Dave.
Have a great
Cap-
evening.
Okay,
Bye.
Captain,
Talk to y'all soon.
keep us afloat.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right.
You
Yep.
betcha.
Okay.
All right.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye-bye.
Yes, sir. I believe we've got Heather and John on the other line. Hello, Heather. Are you still there?
Hey, 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 how are y'all doing tonight?
Just fine. How about yourself there?
Oh, we are great. Unfortunately, John is at work on the front lines. He's going to be on his way home shortly. But I'm calling in to say hello to everybody and wish everyone a happy evening tonight.
Hi, Heather.
Thank
How
you.
are you? It's great to hear you.
Hi, Ron. How you doing, Ron? How you doing,
Good.
Deb? How you doing, Fester? How you doing, Mama? And it was a great show so far with Dave Nichols. You guys were so uplifting.
Isn't that cool though to have somebody with the knowledge that Dave has, but just the conversation that's deeper than just, hey man, what's happening? I felt we really got into a few good things tonight with Dave, and he broke down the new magazine. Wasn't that cool?
I think it was amazing. I learned a lot also, and I just love the philosophy because it's something that I take to heart, and the fact that everybody's going to work together and we're all one is just phenomenal. I think we're really going to take names and go places far.
Heck yeah, I'm excited to go riding with you guys and do some filming. We're probably going to get that hopefully next week or as soon as we can, and we're going to go out and have some fun, and you guys got some good segments coming up. We got a lot of good plans, and you guys are going to be a big part of the future as well, out there on the road, goodwill ambassadors, and just keeping that uplifting spirit going, because when I see you around people love you, and you relate to people, and you just got that personality, that a winning personality, and I really want to thank you for being a part of Born to Ride.
Oh, I can't thank you and Deb enough. I love it. John loves it. We just love people, period. And the
you love
things
to
that
ride.
we love to ride. And we were born to ride.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Perfect
You're
match.
Better.
the real deal, and we're running right now, so we thank you so much for calling in, and we need to get your report again next week for sure.
All right, y'all have a great evening.
You too.
Everyone ride safe.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye,
Yeah.
Heather. Thanks,
too, Heather.
John, for being on the
Bye.
front
Okay.
lines.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir. Well, that's another hour this week. Man, it just goes by so fast,
It
guys.
does. It does.
Well, you've been listening to Born to Ride Radio
On Boss Hog
on
Radio.
Boss Hog Radio. Yes, sirree. Until next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock.
We're talking
safe.
all motorcycles.
Yes.
Nothing else. No
Instagram
junk.
is your thing. We're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
Yeah, I have to say, Born to Ride has been a big influence on my trailer sales in the last 2 or 3 months. It's been nothing but a big surprise. I mean, the magazine articles, everything in the commercials, it's been nothing but the best of help to me in my business.
Is your business becoming invisible? Create a great advertising relationship today with Born to Ride. Call 888-795-5779.